Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 19 Conference Championship week here in Season 19. Oh baby, we are back. The road to the National Championship begins here. Back from a little bit of a holiday break. Crazy day in college football. Tons of coaching move. The Lane Kiffin files have been released. And we're here to play some conference championships. We'll find out the full 14-team playoff later on tonight. It's going to be one hell of a ride. As always, though, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in anytime, claim an open team, set your schemes, recruit players in the Discord, participate in server games, and build your way to that national championship. As always, if you want to join, links are in any of our descriptions. You can join at any point of the season. And if you are watching live, thank you so much for tuning on in your Sunday. And you can check out patreon.com/the SFA for more content. Or you can drop that Twitch Prime sub so you don't miss out on any of the action with those pesky ads. So, okay, we got Cryo, we got Mango, we got Dogwater. None of you guys are playing today. Oh, Mango is, never mind. But yeah, as always, guys, Conference Championship Day works a little bit different than normal. And how so is we're going to go through all of these games. We're going to watch Game Day, which will be the SEC Championship between Arkansas and Auburn. And then the committee meeting will start. If you're in Patreon, you can participate. It will be in the watch party. We'll rank the teams, and then we'll seed the playoff, and I'll release it. I'll deal with recruits later. I've closed the sheet, and I put it all. Everything's done, but I haven't made the graphics yet, so that will take me a little bit of time tonight for recruiting. But the priority is the rankings and the playoff. So, going to be a lot of fun. Remember, folks, anybody who wins a conference championship today will be in the playoff unless they have 5 or more losses. I think the real-life playoff should institute the Mills rule. But, oh, KJ is here from Cancun. So, we got a lot on the line today, but let's get it started here. People filing in. Where are we starting? It's going to take me a second to get my bearings straight. We'll start with the Conference USA. All right. So, we've got North Texas squeezing in, taking on Coach Phi to start the night. Heavy favorite here. North Texas, if they win, cannot make the playoff, but they could open up an at-large bid. Would Texas State still make a playoff? I don't know. That would be up to the committee. But this is a 17-point favorite, so make sure you guys are getting your Bobanos in. So, are you rocking with Texas State at -17, or will North Texas shock the world? Will the Denton Fatties win themselves a conference championship without Coach D. Sleep? Get those bets in. Here we go. And it looks like Coach Phi wants the Maroon out. Number 2 in the nation this week. So technically in line for that for one of those those 2 buys, but that'll be up to the committee as always. Most likely the buys are going to go to Notre Dame and Iowa State. Nope. This is the first one. I got started a little bit early. But yeah, no, this is the first game. We haven't jumped into anything yet. Just waiting a second here. All right, so we're going to get started. I got to remember my conference championship days. It's very hectic, so let's get on. And we also got a Broncos game tonight. Broncos and Commanders kicking off in a little over an hour. So that'll be hyped. But the number 1 defense in the nation, somebody has a better pass defense. Not sure how that works. But I don't see Coach Phi. So Coach Phi, let me know, kick or receive, if you make it in here before we're done. But all these are neutral site games. So here we go. Bobcats and the Denton Fatties for the Conference USA. UTSA sitting, hoping for potentially an at-large. Don't think they'll get one. And we'll also release bowls here either today or tomorrow. I already have kind of placeholders for most of the games. But we're here at NRG Stadium, home of the New Heights Classic. All right, here we go. Can Coach Phi win the Conference USA? And a very slow start here for both sides. And a quick score for Texas State. They take the early 7-0 lead. It's going to be up to North Texas. Can they battle back? Their defense is doing the part, but their offense is not hanging with them. It's 14-3 at the break. Can Texas State wrap up the first playoff spot of the season? It's 21-3, 28-3. It looks like they're running away with it. This looks like it might be a cover. Texas State, can they punch their way to the CFP? It looks like it. 35-3. Will this hold? 38-3. It is a splattering here, and that will do it. Texas State is going back to the CFP. So Texas State gets it done, and that is a cover for those of you guys betting at home. An absolute dome shot there. So Hunter Marshall getting involved a couple of times here. Just their defense is so damn good. Toby Sloot, 17 of 27, 294 touchdowns. Running the ball. Hunter Marshall, the tight end, was the main rusher. 33 carries for 166. By golly. So the offense is the weakness here for this team. Defense still firing on all cylinders. Tons of TFLs, 2 sacks. Like, the stats don't indicate the slaughter that happens on the field. It really doesn't make sense with Texas. But Joe King, the freshman, 9 of 27, 120 yards. Rivas, 74 yards. They really just couldn't do anything here today. But Texas State will get a bowl game. Remember, winning your division guarantees you a bowl. And that is one of the only 2 bid stealers going down. We have one more chance with Florida Atlantic a little later on tonight. That actually might be the next game. So a splattering to start conference championships. No funny business here. We love to see people taking care of business. You want to get those at-large spots to true at-large teams instead of teams that just failed on conference championship day. So Texas State with the cover. Congratulations if you chose it. It was a cover. That's 63% of the money. I never add trophies to the trophy case. That's crazy that you can just jump into the games and get the trophies. I thought when I used to play this game to try and collect trophies, I had to, like, go to every school. You literally just have to play the game and win it. That's so weird. What an L. Alright, here we go. No, we're going to the Mountain West first. Okay, so this is a true playoff game. Of course, the heavy favorite is Fresno State. They were the preseason heavy favorite. It's a 21-point spread, but Colorado State would be going to the playoff if they somehow win this game. So do you trust Fresno State to get it done in Coach Kennelly, or are you cheering for the CSU Rams? This would be their first time ever in the playoff, and they would surely be the 14 seed. So can Fresno State shock the world? They would not be in the playoff if they lose this game. Kennelly, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. We've got some squigglies here. A lot of money on Colorado State. Can they shock the world? This division has only won the Mountain West one time, and of course it's when UNLV was facing them. Or no, I don't know who that was, but second and fourth defense. So Fresno State, of course, a preseason powerhouse in the group of 5, just looking to take care of business. We are here in Denver, Colorado, home of the Denver Broncos, in Power Field at Mile High. I always call it Invesco Field at Mile High. In this game, it's Sports Authority Field at Mile High. But here we go nonetheless. A lot of money out there. We'll kick it off with the Colorado State Rams. They play in this stadium quite often when they face the Colorado Buffaloes. So here we go. Fresno State with a quick score. Another one. Can Colorado State claw themselves back into this game? 21-0 early. Colorado State with a long touchdown. It's not looking good for the Rams. They've got to figure this out. 35-7. Can they pull a Yale on Youngstown State? They get one. Oh, they get another. Colorado State! Hold on. This would be so funny. Oh, and they get sacked on 4th down. That was their chance. And that looks like that might do it. A critical sack looks have just gotten Fresno State the championship, and they are going back to the college football playoff. It looked hairy there for a second, especially for the cover. They faked you idiots out. But Fresno State gets it done. They win the Mountain West. Fresno State, baby. Let's pay you guys out. That is a cover. A lot of Bob and us changing hands on that one. Jelani McCray gets it done. They had a great 3rd and 4th quarter, but that sack on 4th and 9 ruined the day. They could have gotten back within one score. Colby Brown, 13 of 34, 267, 2 touchdowns. The true freshman here, Joey Allen. Colorado State, man, dream year continues. They will be in a bowl game. 3 TFLs for Courtney Thomas. The interception for Lewis Brown. Conrad Gatterbum goes 30 of 39, 399, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. If Conrad Gatterdam can play like this in the college football playoff, Fresno State's winning a title. I kid you not, he is the only thing. They had 3 different guys above 100 yards. And Jelani McCray, the LSU transfer, goes for 122 and 3 tutties. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And they got 4 sacks, no interceptions. And that will do it. 49-21 is your final. Another splattering here. These are the heavily outmatched conferences, of course. And remember, folks, making the college football playoff means they will all be game days. So Fresno State and Texas State have clinched their way to the college football playoff. We'll see where they go when play. They'll both likely get home games, but we'll see where they play later on tonight. But we continue. We're going back to the G5. We're going to the Sun Belt. And here is another game that should be belt to ass. Undefeated Southern Miss, one of 2 undefeated teams. Florida Atlantic is a bid stealer. I don't know if there is enough firepower on this schedule for Southern Miss to be able to contain this loss. It is a 9.5 point favorite, so a lot shorter odds of this upset than the previous ones. So, but do you trust Southern Miss? They are just dominating this conference year after year, but Florida Atlantic finding a way to get to this game. They could win the conference. Can they shock the world and hold the Sun Belt out? Get those Bobinas in. 103rd offense in the country, getting themselves to a conference championship, looking like real-life Duke out here. And Southern Miss has the best pass defense in the country, so they are the second best defense right behind Texas State. So once again, these are G5 teams dominating their conferences. ready to take on the world. We've got some really good games coming up, a lot tighter odds, but these are kind of the splatterings that we typically get out of the way early, and nice to see we're not getting a bunch of upsets so far. Last couple of years, we've had some ridiculousness happen in the CFP that just completely drops a nuke on the playoff committee. Let's not have that tonight. So here we go, Sun Belt Championship here in Jacksonville. 6-0 for Southern Miss. They missed an extra point. Knocking on the door, they get 9. Florida Atlantic, no offense. That might be their Achilles heel. They get 1. 23-7. They're hanging in there, down by 9 at halftime. Not a cover right now. Southern Miss scores. Can Florida Atlantic respond? I don't see anything coming from their sideline. It's not looking good for Florida Atlantic. Technically a 2-score game. They make it a 3-score game. Can they get a backdoor cover? 33-21. We're going to go one play each. See if Florida Atlantic can get the ball back. They kick a field goal. It is a 15-point game. Can Florida Atlantic get the backdoor cover? Can they get the backdoor cover for BearCave? And 36-21. It's first and goal. They do it. It's a 9-point game, and they kick the extra point. So 36-28 is the final. And that was a 9-point favorite. So that is a Florida Atlantic cover. Florida Atlantic gets it done, 9.5. But Southern Miss will be going back to the CFP. The no cover, that is nasty work. What did I do? So a fumble recovery. They had the defensive touchdown to keep them in the game and a long drive at the end. 36-28 is the final. Jason Hines, 25 of 43, 272, 3 touchdowns. Rushing the ball, Jake Nixon, only 56 yards. They really couldn't run the ball here today. Defensively, Landrum had 15 tackles, 4 TFLs. He was trying to put the team on his back. They had 2 sacks, 1 pick. The fumble for LaShawn Gray. Mike Smith, the sophomore, 15-24, 205, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. What's crazy is how this team is still putting up these types of performances. They're 13-0, no more SFA players. It is truly just a culture, a team that is just belt to ass all year long, getting back to the CFP. This might be 3 or 4 years in a row. I think it's 3 out of the last 4, if I had to take a guess. But 36-28 is your final. If you're betting at home, this is a no cover for Southern Miss, but they are still going to the CFP. Even with that undefeated record, I don't think they have enough juice in their resume to get a first-round bye. But they will get a home playoff game, which is incredibly valuable. Typically leads to a win. And both bid stealers are officially out, folks. So FAU, North Texas are gone. So every game from here on out is for a playoff spot. And there is not a lot of teams that can afford a loss. I'll tell you, there might be maybe one team that can really afford a loss and still make it. And that's probably Iowa State. The rest of these teams, if they lose, they are likely out of the CFP. That's just how tight the at-large race is this season. But we will see what happens. Here we go. Rutgers and Cincinnati. Kenzie, can he get to the CFP? Desi Inman is starting at quarterback. This is a 2.5-point favorite. Kenzie wanted all black. Kenzie, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Cincinnati has made the playoff last couple of years. They have Dirk Doink at quarterback, so they're trying to get back there with his last year of eligibility. Can Kenzie do it? Can RNG lead the way? They want the All Blacks here on the road. 2.5-point favorite for Cincinnati. Technically, Rutgers is the better team on paper. Tails and kick for Kenzie. Oh baby, it's gonna be a good time in this game. We're headed to Charlotte, I believe, is where this game takes place. The 11th best defense. A lot of great defenses this year in the group of 5. That's how a lot of these teams make their way to these conference championship games. Rutgers is all black, Cincinnati in the all whites. No snow on the ground. We sometimes see snow be a factor in conference championships. So here we go. Tails and kick for Kenzie. He gets it. He will kick off. Dirk Doink, the former bust quarterback in the official class, spent some time at Navy, went to Cincinnati. Made the playoff last year, almost won a first-round game. They're up 14-0 here on Kenzie. It's not looking good. They need a Juice Cobbins legacy game. They need a great second half here, as they are down 3 scores, 17-0. Is it a thanks for coming out, Rutgers, or will they find a way yet again? And they get 3 on the board. That's huge, but the defense has to come up clutch, and they don't. Cincinnati may just be running it through Kenzie like a gangbang train. 24-3. Oh no. They get one back. We will go at one play at a time. See if Kenzie can find a way. Not looking good. It is 4th down. It's a 2-score game, and they got the first down. This might be the end. They did get the 41-yard field goal. It's a 2-score game. 27-11, and that looks like it will do it. Kenzie goes down. He will not make the playoff. So we have had no surprises yet. Cincinnati with the cover. The only surprise we had was Southern Miss not covering. Dirk Doink got out early, and this is just one of those situations where Rutgers needed to be playing with the lead. You cannot have Desi Inman throw it 46 times, 233, 1 touchdown. And Juice Cobbins had 1 carry, and he must have gone down with an injury. That is sad to see. Juice Cobbins, yeah, he squeezed all the juice out of Juice here. Only 1 carry in the CCG, and RNG only got 1 touch as well. Nice try, Samanyoa, 4 TFLs, the sack for Chauncey Walker. Kenzie will still get a bowl game. And for Dirk Doink, he's going back to the CFP, leading the team where he is the only remaining SFA player. He had 306 yards. Rushing the ball, Kareem Jefferson. Tavarius Spicer, a true freshman, leading the way. So we'll see how Cincinnati plays in the CFP this time around. In back-to-back years, they've almost won a game. And they will be the American representative at 11-2. So right now, 4 teams have punched their tickets to the CFP. Texas State, Fresno State, Southern Miss, and Cincinnati. And we get our players of the game. So this is a Cincy cover. But we are not done yet, folks. We are just getting to the nice meat on the bone. Here we go. The MAC Championship. Coach Bob Toledo taking on Ohio Mania. Can Bob Toledo finally overcome the odds and get himself to the CFP, or will we see Ohio Mania yet again? This is our only push on the day. It is a true pick'em. Who you got? Ohio Mania, or are you rocking with Eastern Michigan? These teams already played once. I forget what happened, but nevertheless, I think this was game day as well. I think it was super even. Yeah, I think this was the game. It was tied at halftime, and then Ohio scored like 28 unanswered points. So, Bob Toledo, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a true pick'em. Let me take a quick water break. We got the grape-flavored water here. Heads and kick for Coach Bob Toledo. All right. Celsius and gas station sushi while you're playing in a CCG. That is not a good way to prep. Here we go. Very evenly matched teams on paper and on the gridiron. Ohio Mania trying to get back to the CFP. JC England, my king. JC England legacy game. Come on, baby. Bob Toledo, I love you, but I gotta cheer for JC England. I gotta see him on stream more. You're here at Ford Field, the MAC Championship. Bob Toledo versus Ohio. And they will have to receive it. So here we go. MAC Championship bid for the CFP. 7-0 start for Eastern Michigan. And oh man, they are controlling this game so far. 7-0. Can Ohio score? It's 14-0 now. Ohio gets a field goal. It's not looking good here for Ohio Mania to start it. 14-3. Can they battle back? They get a touchdown. They get a field goal. It's a 1-point game as we head to the fourth quarter. They add a, it looks like, was that a, did they just get a safety? I think so. So here comes Ohio Mania. Now a big play there to Buster Rigsby. They get sacked. And that ends the drive. They are down. And they get a safety. What is happening? Back-to-back safeties. Now we get a fumble. Oh no, neither team wants to win this game. Neither team wants to go to the CFP, and they get it. It's an 8-point game now. So Ohio desperately needs a touchdown here. And they need it quick. Remember, we can jump in at the 2-minute mark. I can't even keep up with what's happening here. It's 1st and goal. It's 2nd and goal. They score. And they get the 2. So here we go. Eastern Michigan tie game to head to the college football playoff. All that's in front of them is one drive. He yams it deep and it's almost intercepted to start it. Jeff Brown. I don't think that's your regular quarterback. That's the backup quarterback. Jeff Brown had to come into the game. He's slinging it down the middle. Drops back here. Over the middle. He connects this time. A big-time play. And they hurry it up. Zin Racer up the gut. They're at the 50. Jeff Brown. Split backs, plenty of time. Yams it to the corner. Wide open man. And he's inbounds. TJ Dreamer. So the dropped interception coming back to bite them with 2 20-plus yard catches back-to-back. They are in fringe field goal range here. Motion man for the Eagles. The counter to McDougal. Down he goes. Ohio Mania on their back toes. 90 seconds and a dream for both teams. Spot in the college football playoff on the line. Play action. Rolls left. Has all the time in the world. Jeff Brown, he's going to yam it to the end zone. And it tipped away again. What a play from the defender to keep the game alive. So 3rd and 10. They bring in a bunch set. Motion, they'll just hand it off here. Maybe trying to get in field goal range. I don't think they're there. And they have to now go for it on 4th and 10. Oh no, disaster here. 4th and 10 for Eastern Michigan. The snap. He has time. He's open and intercepted. Ohio Mania takes over. So now Eastern Michigan has to play defense. It was Pierre Loxley, the SFA corner. So here comes Nelly Streeter. All they need is a drive, and they drop it to start. Yeah, that was about a 10-yard arm punt there. Minute 5 left on the clock. 2 timeouts. Nelly Streeter, he has time. He yams it down the seam. Oh, he overthrew him. So back-to-back miscues for Ohio Mania, and they might have to punt it right back to Eastern Michigan. 3rd and 10, empty set. Nelly Streeter, 4-man rush. He yams that to the corner, out of bounds. A just disastrous possession here for Ohio Mania. 3 incompletions, took 0 time off the clock. Horrible attempt there for Ohio Mania. They've got to now rely on the defense once again. Here is the punt team, and Eastern Michigan will have the ball in their territory. 51 seconds. From the 47, Eastern Michigan's defense came up clutch. Can they do it again? Ohio, delayed give here to McDougal, and down he goes. I'm not sure why they're not attacking through the air. The strength of this defense is on the front 4. Remember, Quayshawn Doolittle is out for the year with injury. 2nd and 8. Dumps that off to McDougal. It's a screen pass. He's wiggle, he woos. He gets about 3. Third and 5. Ohio Mania once again. Can they get the job done? CFP on the line. Delayed give, and McDougal tried his best. He gets maybe a yard. Will they go for it? No, they're punting this time. So Eastern Michigan not going for the win. You gotta think, if they were so confident running the ball on 3rd down, why would they not go for it? Now you give Ohio another 30 seconds and a chance. Remember, they have Seabass Shankakowski, the biggest leg in all of college football. Nelly Streeter rolls right, yams it deep, off balance, and almost caught off the tip. Spider Ferguson dropped it, the former 5-star.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Neither team wants to go to the CFP is what I'm thinking. 2nd and 10. Where is JC England where you need him? Nelly Streeter yams it deep left side. He's open. Oh, he got it! There they go! Ohio Mania straight to the dome! Touchdown, Uzuma! Oh, baby! 90 yards! And he just nuked Toledo. Oh my gosh! Yudo Uzuma! So 7-point lead for Ohio Mania. And Eastern Michigan is sick to their stomach. They had 2 drives in opposing territory. No points to show for it. And now they have 18 seconds in a dream. Where is Zin Racer? Jeff Brown over the middle. It's caught. He turns upfield. Zin Racer, he gets 15. They called their last timeout. 14 seconds. This game is not over. Remember, injuries to Quayshawn Doolittle. They are thin at corner. 14 seconds. Brown has time, rolls right, has to yam it. You have to yam it. He just throws it away. 9 seconds left. Time for 2 yams here. (30-23). It's not looking good here for Eastern Michigan. Directional Michigan on the ropes. They're going for a quick throw. They got to get the first, and they give it to him. Clint Jackson had to stretch. Can they get this off? That would have been ball game. They give him the spot, and they're going to have 1 second left. Fantastic execution here for EMU. 50 yards away. The MAC championship and a spot in the CFP hanging in the balance. The snap, they bring a blitz. He yams it deep. It's a moonshot over the heads. Hits the turf. 000. Ohio Mania is going back to the CFP. They said Nelly Streeter couldn't do it. They questioned the Dick Cramp benching, and Nelly Streeter hits Yudo Uzuma for a 90-yard touchdown. Oh my goodness, that is an Ohio outright victory. What a game, what a moment here for Ohio Mania. They are so back. First time back in the playoffs since the Nolan Figs era. Yudo Uzuma, 4 for 139 and a big old touchdown. And Coach Howard Black is back in the CFP. Last time we saw them in the CFP, they took Iowa to the wire in a blizzard. What can they do this time around? 30-23 is your final, folks. What a game. And now we have our group of 5 participants. All 5 conferences will be in the playoff. Texas State, Fresno State, Southern Miss, Cincinnati, and Ohio will join Notre Dame. We now know 6 of the 14 participants in the CFP for season 19, and we've got quite a few games left. What a game, Howard Black. As we look here, Shankakowski getting a couple. We had back-to-back safeties. What a weird game. And Chase Hayden only threw 5 passes. He had 73 yards. Not a bad day for Jeff Brown in relief, but Hayden definitely is the better option. TJ Dreamer, 10 receptions, 148. Zin Racer, 8 for 111. Eastern Michigan will be back. Tarin McLean, 16 tackles. By golly. They had 2 sacks, no interceptions. They just couldn't find a way to get a score on those final 2 drives. Nelly Streeter, 14-27, 246, 1 touchdown. It was a big one. Rudy Rollins still healthy. J.C. England had 4 catches, but Yudo Uzuma had the big one. 4 TFLs for Landon Avery. No sacks. The pick for Piers Loxley on 4th down. And the fumble for Mark Spencer. You know, Dogwater, that's a pretty good comp for you. Mike Norvell. Also, I will be posting Hall of Fame inductions here. I have the plaques already done. I just haven't posted them yet. I'll post them either tonight or tomorrow. But this is an Ohio cover. Or that was outright. Sorry. That was a true pick'em game. And we move on. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, so remember, if you're in Patreon, you can jump into the playoff committee meeting here in a little bit, right after games. Just taking a quick sip here. That was a big game. Alright. And we continue on. We are now going to the big boy games. And by big boy, I mean Iowa State splattering Mango across Arrowhead Stadium. So Mango, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is an 11-point favorite for Iowa State. Both backup quarterbacks are playing here. So no starters in this game. If Texas A&M wins, Axon Brasfield will be back. But for Iowa State, Clete Pepper's done for the year. So it will be Preston Lyons the rest of the way, and he's had a great 2 games in relief. So get those bids in. Tails never fails, and he wants that motherfucking ball. Alright, can A&M pull off the unthinkable? No chance in at large. But like I said earlier, if one team can afford a loss today in a conference championship, it is Iowa State. They are pretty much locked into the CFP. But they would like to get a win and secure one of those first round bids. Nobody wants to play an extra game. So here we go. The backup quarterback bowl, 2 top 10 offenses with backup QBs. We got Lemon versus Lions here at Arrowhead. Can Mango do the unthinkable in year 1 at A&M, get him back to the CFP? And he wins the toss and he receives. So Mango doing what he said he would. So here we go. Big 12 championship. Iowa State strikes first. They're looking good. Can A&M hang tough? Defense hanging in there. It's a tie game. Neither team giving an inch here. Okay, we got a game. Iowa State scores right before halftime. A&M hanging tough. Currently a no cover. There goes Iowa State, though. They score again, and they score. No, they don't. They get stuffed at the goal line. As we go to the 4th quarter here, it's 21-7, and now it's A&M that can't punch it in. So here we go. Last chance here. They've got to score on this drive. Austin Vega is back. It's 4th down, and they can't get it done. Yes, they do. A 42-yard pass. Can they punch it in? 3rd and goal, and a penalty on the offense. 4th down. This is where we'll jump in. 2 minutes, 15 seconds away. 21-7. Or shoot, I can't even jump in at this point. Well, here we go. 2-score lead. Can Lemon score over the middle? He caught it! Touchdown A&M! Curtis Lemon. All right, so to pull within, they're going for 2. They're going for the analytic play. They're going for the analytic play. And no, Austin Vega gets stuffed by Igor Torgerson. So now now they're going for the onside kick, and that is a deep shot. Who's gonna get there? It was tipped. And they'll still call it a flag. I thought that was close. I thought that was going to be out at the 20. What? Why are they at the 20? Huh? Why are they so close? There goes Lions. Oh, my God. Why were they at the 20? What kind of penalty was that? Oh, A&M getting screwed. Here goes Lions to the end zone and caught. Touchdown, Johnny Burton. No idea what we're witnessing here. But now it's back to 2 scores. We cannot jump in. We need another Texas A&M touchdown here very quickly. And they do not get it. So now A&M. And no, it's a no cover. On your dome, Iowa State wins the Big 12 yet again. And they will cover. (28-13) is your final. That's an Iowa State cover. Just a wacko Big 12 championship there. I have no idea why A&M gets the ball at the 20 there. Or why Iowa State gets the ball there. But Preston Lions, big time throw nonetheless. Could have been picked. So Iowa State with their backup quarterback, can they find a way to the national championship? To win their second in 3 years. So 28-13 is your final. A&M will get a nice bowl game, but no CFP for them. Curtis Lemon, 16-33, 225, 2 touchdowns. Austin Vega, under 3 a carry. Oof. A lot of different guys getting involved. The sack for Nick Rogers. No interceptions. No deflections. No fumbles. Iowa State Preston Lions goes 21-27, 256, and 2 touchdowns. Greg Cooper, 113, 2 touchdowns. Mozzie Barmore, 81 yards. The sack for Bole, no picks. 4 deflections. And that will do it. 28-13. Yes, Fresno State won. Yes, go Broncos. We're looking for a splattering tonight. I'm going 42-10. That's what I texted my dad. 42-10, we were going to see a splattering tonight. Alright, so we haven't seen any shenanigans quite yet. Ohio Mania was the slight favorite over Eastern Michigan based on the polls. The craziest thing we've seen is a no cover so far. So conference championships not being crazy like normal. The teams are supposed to win have won so far, but the night is still young as we head to the Pac-12, where Stanford and Coach win. He's trying to get Stanford to the CFP for the first time, as they are 8-0 after going 1-3 in non-conference, and your defending national champions. Can they get back to the CFP? Watch out. Washington probably doesn't get in with a loss here. So, Wind, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. I know you want the default. This is a 7-point favorite for Washington. Can Corey Light get it done? Can Corey Light get it done, or will Stanford continue defying the odds? They somehow hit some sort of just an absolute, I don't even know what to call it, that just rattled off 8 in a row in non-conference, or in conference. Head and receive. Let's go, boys, for general luck. All right, Stanford versus Washington. This is where the night could get weird, because these next 4 games are pretty much 50-50 toss-ups in my mind. So let's get her done. Stanford on your dome. Heads and receive. Come on, Wind. Remember last time Wind made the playoff? He's with Wyoming. He somehow knocked off USC, the first ever max upset. It was a 12 over a 5 at that time, I believe. The Chris Neal era. Come on, Stanford. Corey Light, can he get to the CFP? To Quentin Sims. We're here in Vegas. Heads and receive for Coach Wind. He will receive head, and we are off. Pac-12 championship live and in color. We started out 0s on the clock. Oh, man. Stanford scores first. They get a field goal. Second quarter on their way. Scoring at a premium. It's 10-0 Stanford. Washington gets a field goal. 17-3. Stanford firing on all cylinders. The trees. The trees. It's 20-3. The trees. The trees. No, not like this. Washington has scored. 27. 27. Wind. Wind. The trees. The trees are going to the CFP. Stanford with the outright victory. The trees. And we will have a new logo for season 20. There's almost no chance Washington gets an at-large bid. The trees are going to the college football playoff, folks. Corey Light is a playoff starting quarterback. 19-31, 232 touchdowns. To Quentin Sims, 147 and 1 tutty. Aaron Perkins, Namari Dill. Harrison Gray going back to the CFP. A lot of TFLs. The sack for Uvi Ugla. No interceptions. A lot of deflections. No fumbles. And for Coach Damien, his back-to-back hopes die here. 18-32, 215, 1 touchdown for Bo Bullitt. Cinch Brown, the senior, they could not run the ball. That's not something they're used to seeing. Jurassico Rose, man, you are lucky that this team's not getting back, because Washington Live is a sight to behold. You had to beat them in the sim if they're going to hold them, and they do, and they will get locked out of the CFP. Very good contender here for a Citrus Bowl. We'll have to see what happens with the rankings. 27-10 is your final. Stanford. Wow. So Iowa State and Stanford get it done. We got 3 more games here. This is our first big upset of the conference championship weekend. That is a Stanford outright victory for those of you guys betting at home. And we move on. Welcome in, Coach Nathan. I'm doing great. We got Broncos football here in about 30 minutes. We've got CGs. We got playoff committee tonight. All of my favorite things. And now we go to the ACC. My preseason championship pick, Florida State, taking on Maryland. My love is Papa Smoke. I love Maryland. I love the Terrapins in the SFA. Can they get it done? Jackie Moon, he's a 7-point favorite. We've seen them so much this year on game day. We know how this team operates. They're a 7-point favorite. But Maryland, they've won the Beak. Can they get themselves to the CFP? Coach Papa Smoke, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And he is here. Jackie Moon, if you're here, let me know if you want special unis. But Florida State, man, they just lost on game day. They cannot get another loss here. With all the shenanigans that has not been happening, Florida State might have a chance to get an at-large bid here. But you don't want to leave it up to the committee. You want to take it. You want to take it. Who won the Beak? Was it Maryland that lost the Beak? I thought for sure they beat you. I don't know who has the Beak right now. Somebody lost it on a special teams error. Was it Maryland who choked away the Beak? You gotta have Patreon to pick the jerseys, so here we go. Somebody choked away the Beak. It was on special teams. Jarkus, I swear it was you who choked the Beak this year. I swear you choked it. Because it was a special teams fumble. Yeah, stop you're gaslighting me, Jarkus. It's Jarkus who's gaslighting me here, making me look like a big stupid idiot. As we are at Bank of America Stadium. We have had snow in this game in the past. No snow here tonight. So here we go. Tails and kick for Papa. Can they defeat big, bad Florida State? It's not North Carolina this year. They already defeated them. Can Maryland get it done here tonight? Quick score for Florida State. Not moving the ball. They got to get CeeLo Gold moving. 7-0, 14-0. Come on, Maryland. You got to score. Maryland, please. No, it's 21-0. Maryland, not like this. 28. Oh, it's a splattering. It's turtle soup here at Bank of America. 38-6. Oh no, Jackie Moon making a statement. They've skewered the Terps. Oh no, Osceola is skewered them 41-6. An absolute splattering. And Florida State wins the ACC again. Oh my goodness. Disaster here for Maryland. And Benedict Hasselbrook, what a way to go out. 6 of 22, 78 yards and a tutty. They could not pass the ball. They could not run the ball. Oh no, they could not catch the ball. The defense played their heart out, but I mean, it was just, they never had a chance. Florida State, why must you do this to my boys? Ben Brothers, 22 of 28, 288, 4 touchdowns. Jaquez Shady, 159 and a score. Cody Webb, Timothy Buffett, both have 2. Let Big Booty go bowling. It's up to the resumes. I don't make the decision. That's funny though. But whoever the 6-6 teams are, they will be facing each other. Let Big Booty go bowling. That is so funny. Big Booty bowling. Alright, we got one more game here on BearCave, and it's the Big Ten Championship. We've got a team going for a 3-peat, folks. I repeat, a 3-peat, and that is the Iowa Hawkeyes. They claim if Dash Dixie didn't get hurt last year, they would have won the title. They beat Ohio State earlier this year. Can they beat them again? Remember, folks, we got a full game day coming up here shortly. Jarkus, let me know. Kicker received. This is a 2-point favorite for Ohio State, even though they lost. Get those Bobanos going. Who covers? OSU -2. Now, there are some injuries here for Iowa, so they're definitely not at 100% here. But can Jarkus get it done? Can he get himself back to the CFP? They will not make the playoff with a loss. They have 3 losses already. They're on the outside looking in. So here we go. Jarkus and Ohio State. This was played in a blizzard a couple of weeks ago. It was an absolute banger of a game day. Coming off of a loss to Minnesota. We're here in Indianapolis. The last auto bid on the line in BearCave. We know 9 of the 11 automatic bids. We have the SEC Championship coming up in a couple of minutes. But who is coming from up north? Lucas Oil. Can Ohio State get back there in the semifinal? Both these teams are in the semifinals last year. And both lost. Iowa gets 3. Hell yeah, Iowa, come on. All my homies are Iowa fans. They're going for the 3-peat! No, it's tied. No! Ohio State takes a 17-13 lead into the half. Not like this, Iowa. Where's the defense? Oh my god, we're going to the 4th quarter down by 4. Come on, Dash Dixie. Where's the legacy? Legacy drive! Come on, Jarkus. Get it done! Get it done! Get it done! It's Johnny Pippen! Yes! Yes, a 10-point lead! Don't screw it up! Please! Please, I'm on my knees! No! The onside kick! Come on, Jarkus! Hold the line! Oh, that went into the stands!
Free kick out of bounds.
What is with these onside kicks today?
Still first down.
So can Iowa hang on? They just need a couple of first downs. Is Dash Dixie really him? Can Dash Dixie send them to the CFP? Dixie to the edge! That is 9. Come on, Iowa. Come on, Iowa. Hold the line. Hand off. Dash Dixie. He breaks the tackle. He does it again. Dash Dixie putting his cherry on top of his Heisman campaign. 1st and 10. It's looking good for Iowa. Looking for a 3-peat in the Big Ten. Oh, what a cut! Oh, he breaks a tackle. He doesn't go into the end zone. He did it on purpose. What a heads-up move from Dash Dixie. He goes down at the 1. So now they've got victory formation. You absolutely love to see it. So they're going to run the clock here. Touchdown would put them back up 2 scores to clinch Jarkus's 3rd straight trip to the college football playoff. Nobody wants to see the Hawkeyes. Handoff. Dash Dixie. He doesn't go in. So the clock keeps ticking. I believe they can finish it now. One snap is all that's left. As long as this isn't an incompletion, I think Iowa has done it. Do not throw an incompletion, I swear. Just hand it off. Kill Ohio State. I don't think they can get in to the CFP with a loss. Here's the snap. The handoff. It's a keeper. Miguel Eller. Touchdown, Iowa. The cherry on top. We go back to 2 scores. Ohio State needs a miracle. It's not looking good. And there it is. 37-27. Jarkus has won the Big Ten 3 straight years. And Iowa, despite 3 losses, is going back to the college football playoff. They will have to play a home game. Probably actually maybe on the road. We'll have to see what happens. What an insanity of a just championship slate. And we got one more, folks. We got the SEC championship coming up here in a couple of moments. Thank you guys for tuning in. We had 28 viewers a couple of minutes ago. If you have missed us today, Texas State is in the playoff. Fresno State, Southern Miss, Cincinnati, Ohio, Iowa State, Stanford, Florida State, Iowa have all punched their tickets along with Notre Dame to the CFP. 4 spots remain. 3 at large and the SEC champion. All of the favorites have won except for Washington. And technically Iowa was not the favorite. So Stanford and Iowa are the only upsets. What a day. So 37-27, Miguel Eller, 22 of 40, 306, 2 tutties. Dixie Normus, 147 in a score for the sophomore. Johnny Pippen had the game-winning touchdown. Ziggy Tozama. Interception for Kalen Winans. For Isaac Osborne, 17 of 32, 302, 1 touchdown. Unfortunate for Ohio State. Likely going to like an Outback Bowl or something like that. Tough scenes here. They were a really good team last year. Looked unbeatable at times. Seemed to have gotten better this year, but just lost too many weird games. Lost to stinky Northwestern. So they have to go back to the drawing board. But they have returned to relevancy. 37-27. All right, guys. So that is it. We got to get our players of the game. And then I'm going to set up game day, and I'll be back in less than 5 minutes so we can get this SEC championship moving. Remember, if you are in Patreon, you can join the playoff committee if you would like. We'll do that here in a couple of minutes after the SEC game day. So make sure you watch the games. Make sure you come prepared. As we have 3 at-larges and we have a full top 25 to discuss. Pay to work, and Mike's never been there. So this is the game we'll be watching here in a couple of minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know you have a lot of things to do on your Sunday. Thanks for jumping in on the short week. So we'll see you here in about 5 minutes for the ACC Championship between Auburn and the Omahogs. Peace.